Hello freelancers, welcome back to the channel. In this video, I'll be sharing with you 3 tips on how you can speak English more fluently so you can communicate better and get more clients. Plus, if you stay until the end of the video, I will be sharing with you my super secret bonus tip that can help you improve your English instantly. Sound fair enough? Then keep watching. Hello and welcome everyone to the Filipino Freelancer YouTube channel. Ako po inyong host na si Lemuel, and in this channel we make videos about freelancing, video editing, and video strategy. Please do subscribe if that sounds interesting to you. In this video, pag-uusapan natin kung paano ba i-improve ang ating English when speaking to clients. So in the brand of freelancing that I have learned and I advocate, one of the most important steps to closing a client is to get them on a call, or what we call a discovery call. Ang daming call. Anyways, the reason that we want to get the client on a call is because during that call is where we gather data and where we diagnose their problems. And once we know their problems, we can position ourselves as the freelancer to solve that problem. And sobrang importante ng step na yan because in the competitive world of freelancing, we need to find a way to stand out. And one way to do that is to get the client on a call and take the time to listen to their problems, their challenges. Paano ba natin sila matutulungan as a business? And you would be surprised to know that most freelancers don't do that. And so yun ang advantage natin as freelancers who know the importance of getting a client on a discovery call. And this is where speaking English fluently or speaking English confidently comes into play, because during the call, that's when we communicate with our client through the English language. So it's important to know that when I'm talking about speaking English fluently or confidently, I am talking about it in the context of business. So during the call, we have a specific purpose, right? We are there to talk about business or how us freelancers can help the client in their business. Now, while we want the call to flow naturally, we're not there to talk about random things, right? We're not there to talk about yung family nila, kung ano yung ginagawa nila outside of work. While those topics will pop up in the beginning to kind of break the ice, generally the call is about business. It's specific to business. So yung English na tinutukoy ko is not yung street or slang English. We're talking about English in a professional sense, in a business sense. And us Filipinos, alam natin yan. We have learned English since we were young. The only thing that's really holding us back is yung mindset natin about that language. And so hopefully these tips na i-share ko sa inyo will help with that confidence. And so tip number 1 in speaking English more fluently or confidently is to know that native English speakers don't really care that much about your grammar or your English proficiency. As long as you're able to communicate your message clearly, then that's all that really matters to them. Kasi when we are talking to a native English speaker, English sounds natural to them. Whether or not you have an accent or you have trouble with grammar, yung native English speaker, that is normal to them. The real challenge here is nasa isip natin as Filipinos. Kasi as Filipinos, when we are speaking English, it doesn't sound natural sa atin, right? Kasi it's not our native language. Alam mo yung feeling na parang, ew, bakit ka nag-English? Pinoy ka naman. Or, ew, napaka-konyo mo naman, English ka ng English. That type of mentality is actually very selfish. Iniisip mo yung sarili mo kasi conscious ka kung bakit ka nag-English. Pero if isipin mo na you are speaking English kasi ito yung naiintindihan ng client mo, if you put your client's needs in front of your own selfishness, then you will be much more confident. Think about it this way. You speaking English is actually just a tool for you to serve your clients better. So if you can frame your mind into thinking na you are speaking English because you want to communicate better and you want to help your client in their business, then that is one step closer to being confident, to being fluent in speaking English. Real talk guys ha, yung pinakamalakas mang criticize and mang asar ng English grammar natin is kapwa Pinoy lang din. Tayo lang din ang super critical sa English natin. Meanwhile, yung mga native English speakers na kausap natin, they could care less. And so keep that in mind the next time you're talking to a native English speaker. Know that they are not really particular about your grammar or your accent. What's important to them is that you can communicate clearly how you can help their business. Tip number 2 para maging mas confident and mas fluent in speaking English is to listen. Most people actually nahihirapan silang mag-respond or mahihirapan silang mag-communicate ng reply to their client or sa kausap nila kasi hindi sila nakikinig. Think about it. Paano ka magre-reply or magre-respond to something na hindi mo narinig or hindi ka nakinig? Di ba? Super simple, super basic, pero if you take the time to actually listen to your client, listen to what they are saying, listen not to respond but listen to understand, that will help your confidence in speaking English fluently. Now, sasabihin nyo sa akin, John, hindi ko maintindihan yung English niya. Super bilis niya magsalita. Anong gagawin ko? Here's a tip. Okay lang mag-ask for them to repeat their question or to repeat what they are saying. Okay lang yun. Lalo na online when we are talking about merong mga connection problems or minsan hindi mo siya marinig, okay lang to ask for pardon and say, sorry, I didn't get what you were saying. There's a problem with the line or we're talking too fast. Can you repeat that for me? Okay lang yun. Most Filipinos get stuck in the mindset na dapat marinig ko lahat ng sinasabi niya. Dapat hindi ako mag-ask for them to repeat what they're saying. Okay lang yun. We're talking about it here in a professional or in a business sense, right? Yung goal natin is to understand their business and to help them with their business. And so, ang importante is to be able to communicate clearly. And if that means asking them to repeat their question or to repeat something that they said, then yun yung gagawin natin. So keep that in mind. Take the time to actually listen to what your client is saying. Listen to understand, not just to respond. And that way, pag naiintindihan mo yung sinasabi nila, clear sa'yo kung ano yung tanong nila, then you can better respond in English. Tip number 3 is to actually practice and say the words out loud. Right? Mahirap maging fluent or mahirap maging magaling at English pag hindi natin siya ginagamit. So, similar to this video, pag gumagawa ko ng videos, pinapractice ko yung bullet points ko and I actually say the words out loud para maging mas smooth siya when I am filming kasi mahirap mag-communicate using English pag hindi mo siya ginagamit, right? So, baka iniisip nyo dyan, napaka-basic naman ng tip na yan. Practice, ano ba yan? Pero it's true. It's very basic but it's very fundamental kasi how are you gonna speak English fluently or better if hindi mo siya ginagamit? And so that leads me to my bonus tip on how you can instantly improve your English, and that is to read one chapter of an English fiction book. This is super important because if you read in English, you start thinking in English. And if you start thinking in English, you can speak in English. Ganyan yan, di ba? Kung ano yung iniisip mo, yun yung nasasabi mo. And I can speak from experience kasi I am from Cagayan de Oro City in Mindanao and yung language namin here is Bisaya or Cebuano. And nung pumunta ako ng Manila, syempre kailangan ko mag-Tagalog, right? So hindi ako confident sa Tagalog kasi hindi ko siya nagagamit. Nakakaintindi ako, sure, pero nahihirapan ako mag-Tagalog in conversation. And the only way I got better was through practice. And one important aspect na ginawa ko was meron akong switch sa isipan ko. Pag nasa Manila ako, nasa work ako, off ko muna yung Bisaya switch ko. On yung Tagalog switch. So from then on, Tagalog mode na ako. So pag kinausap ako ng office mates ko or pag kinausap ako ng boss ko, Tagalog yung iniisip ko, Tagalog yung nasasabi ko. Kasi pag Bisaya or Cebuano yung iniisip ko, yun din yung sinasabi ko sa kanila. So same with English. If you think in English, yun yung masasabi mo, you speak in English. So let's say for example, meron kang DC later today. Gawin mo, basa ka ng isang chapter. Isang chapter lang, it won't take you that long. Siguro 5 to 10 minutes. That will help you start thinking in English. You would be surprised sa effect nito when you are reading something in English. And I recommend yung fiction books kasi those books use really fancy English and it really helps you to think in English mode. You can also buy magazines as well, but I have found mas effective yung fiction books. And so that's it, guys. Yun yung 3 tips plus a bonus tip ko to help you speak English fluently and more confidently. Tip number 1, know that yung kausap mo na native English speaker, they're not really that particular about your grammar or your accent. Just know that they put much more importance on how clearly you can communicate and how clearly you can respond to their questions and how you can communicate to them kung paano mo sila matutulungan sa business nila. Number 2 is listen. Listen to understand and not to respond kasi you will be able to respond better to your clients' questions or to their queries if you understand what they are saying or if clear sa'yo kung ano yung sinasabi nila. And so listen carefully and don't be afraid to ask for them to repeat kung ano yung sinabi nila because yung goal natin is to understand clearly what they are saying so that we can respond accordingly. And so tip number 3 is to practice speaking in English. Actually say the words out loud. So you can do this in tandem with yung bonus tip ko, which is reading a fiction book. If you read a fiction book, try reading it out loud. Hear yourself saying the words because the more you hear yourself and the more you actually get the words out, mas makakatulong yun in your speaking English fluently or confidently. Thanks so much guys for watching. Sana nakatulong ang video na ito sa inyo. I make more videos just like this one, so please do consider subscribing. So thanks again guys. I'll see you on the next episode. Peace.